Okay, so this one, again, it's another cheap one I picked up from Argos, around about £35. And this is a WV-58R, which means it's radio controlled. Okay, let's have a look at the back. Try and get it as open as I can. There we go. It's WV-58R. There we go. Right. Okay. Let's take a closer look and put it on the roll. Now, one thing I do like about this watch is, at last, you've got the day and the date and the month, even the year, all in the right order for what we have in Europe, instead of being forced to use the American system. Now, worth noting, you can actually change these around, so if you wanted to, you could have month and date there, but I like it this way around, of course. And then you've got a nice big display there for the hours and minutes there, and down here for the, you've got actually 3 characters for the day of the week, and instead of using these 7 segment displays, it's actually got a dot matrix display, so you can, the wording looks a little bit better. It's got world time on it. It's just 5 bars water resistance, so it's about 50 meters, so it's okay as splash proof, but I wouldn't use it for swimming, and probably not for taking a shower as well. As I say, multiband is WV-58R, and it's got multiband 5, and there's a little indicator there. That's the indicator for signal strength when you go into that mode. Right, okay, so let's have a look at the functions. Normal thing as you get with Casio, or we'll do the light later. That was a little preview of the light. There we go, we've got, that's the dual time. You've still got your normal time in here, and here it's showing Wellington. I've set up, so that's the time now in Wellington, and that's telling you that it's offset from UTC, so it's plus 12 hours from UTC, or Greenwich time if you like. And you can set, because it's got a world timer, you can set any time zone in the world, and it's displayed down here what the town or the country or the city is displayed down here. Okay, right, moving on. You've got your timer here. Again, the normal time is in hours, minutes and seconds here. And again, stopwatch, alarm, and then back to normal time. Okay. Now, if you want to have it on the time signal WV-58R, you can do. I prefer not to, because it does run the battery down. But it checks overnight once an hour until it gets the signal, but that depends on reception conditions, and this sort of lights up a bit. You'll see it on this display, but I think the best thing is to switch it off and then do a manual. You can do a manual one by just pressing here. Now, one thing it does tell you is when you last, then take a note of the time and date. If I press here, it'll tell me on get that 11:53, that's in the morning, on the 18th of the 8th 2023, that's when it lasted its setting. If you press it again, it'll go into manual set mode, but I don't want to do that, so we just go back to where we were. There we go. Just go through it all. Back to normal time. Okay, so what's it like in the dark? Well, I'll turn off the lights and here we go. Now the light is on the top here, which would be like the 2 o'clock position. Here we go. There we are. It's nice, really good light. Stays on for a reasonable time too. Try and press it again for you. There we are. There we are. Once again, getting the angle right, and it'll come in much better. There we are. So quite reasonable. I think this proves what I like about the Casio range. They do hundreds of different models, and some only available in certain territories. This one was easy to get in Argos, and they all do something a little bit different. There's no two the same. Obviously you get colour variations of the same watch within the range, but they're all a little bit unique. I mean, Casio, I think, are the leading brand of digital watches here in 2023. Seiko used to be back in the 70s and the 80s, but they now concentrate on analog watches. They've got only 1 or 2 digital. So I think Casio have been there since 1974 with their watches and calculators, and they've kept the faith with the digital watch, not just digital but analog as well, and of course the G-Shocks, and they continue to be very good value for money, and certainly I won't say throwaway, but they're certainly it's very cheap to replace if you do break it. Thank you very much.